drove me and pushed me to say I want to do that. Didn't come a reality till after my junior year, going into my senior year, when all of a sudden I was being rated one of the top guys and getting a lot of praise, and I was like, okay, I can really do it now, So I saw the dream, but I didn't realize I really was going to hit it till going to my senior year, and that's when I kind of put that drive and put a little more focus, a little more hustle, a little more effort. I was fortunate enough to make it.
Wow, what a fantastic story. I mean, any idea on what percentage of guys that play high school football make it into the NFL?
Oh, it's definitely low. I don't have a percentage, but growing up, it's kind of a story I like to tell everybody. When I speak or go talk to young kids, my brother, he actually wanted to play in the NBA, and so she used to put a piece of paper on the fridge. Can't remember the exact numbers, but it said a percentage of players that actually make it in the NBA. So she stressed to us we have to get a degree. Growing up, we had to have a 3.0 or better just to even play sports. So she instilled us early that you got to go to school first before you play sports. So I thank my mom for a lot of things, a lot of stuff that I've accomplished, a lot of ways that I believe, and hopefully I can send that down on to these younger kids, and hopefully they'll start listening.
That was your mom's rule, the 3.0?
Yeah, 3.0, you can't play sports. So we had to stay in the classroom, and she let us understand it's not for everybody. But we tell her now, well, two of us made the NFL. You was right. We didn't make the NBA, but we made the NFL.
That's fantastic. Hey, what's it like up there with Coach McBride? How is it working with him?
I mean, it's great. I was fortunate to play with him for 4 years, and he kind of last year called me and wanted to give me this opportunity to help out the program and, help out these corners. They were kind of going, in a wrong direction. Just need someone to lead them and show them that there is a light in the tunnel. And, I owe him a lot. I owe him a lot for what he's done for me. Not only just me, though, but my family. My oldest brother played at Utah. My other brother played at Utah. We all got a chance to get scholarships. Two of us got our degrees, and if it wasn't for him, believing in us out of high school, who knows where we'll be now. So I owe a lot to Coach McBride.
That's great. And let's talk fantasy real quick. Who do you think are the top 5 fantasy players in the upcoming season?
Football season?
Yeah.
You always got to go Chris Johnson, obviously. If he decides to sign this contract, which I'm pretty sure they'll get it taken care of. And you always got to stick with the quarterbacks. Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, my man Tom Brady, obviously. They always load him up with some weapons. He's got to go with guys like that. Adrian Peterson. Those are your money makers, So those are my top guys. If I have a choice, one of those guys comes on my board early.
Well, that brings up a good point. When you're drafting, who do you normally go with first? Running back, a quarterback, wide receiver? What's your strategy there, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, man. If you don't tell nobody. No, just kidding. Hey, to be honest with you, every year I pick the quarterback. Quarterbacks put the most points. Quarterbacks got the most opportunity to help you win. To me, there's a select few quarterbacks that are going to get you maximum points or a lot of points throughout the year, and those are those guys. Well, people understand there's running backs, but yeah, running backs kind of dime a dozen. Takes just like Chris Johnson or these Sean Green or whoever it is, you never know who's going to bust up and have 1,000 yards. Because for a running back, all you need is carries. And if you get carries and opportunities, you're going to get numbers. Quarterback, he has the ball in his hand every play. He has the opportunity to make big numbers. So I always go with the quarterback. But that's just my strategy. I'm not telling anybody how to pick.
Sure. What are some of the things you look for in a player when you're making your first pick? You brought up a quarter. Go ahead.
Just obviously the person I think is going to be able to give me the most points throughout the year. Give me the best opportunity to win because, I'm a competitor. I don't like to lose. I want to win. So trying to get the best guy available, the best guy who's going to touch the ball the most. There's a lot of guys that maybe last year put up numbers, but now they're going to be splitting carries or stuff like that. Like I said, with the quarterback, you always know Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, they're throwing the ball 30, 40 times a game, so you got a good chance of getting up some good numbers.
So who's going to be the surprise player this year? Who's going to shock us in the NFL?
Oh, that's tough. You know, one of my sleeper picks, I don't know if people would call him sleeper, but is a LT. You know, he had a down year last year, but now he's playing with one of the best lines in the NFL. You know, I think he's going to be a backup, but when you got a guy like that on your team, I don't know if you're going to just give it to a second-year man. They might split carries, but, you know, if Thomas Jones, TJ can get you 1,200, 1,300 yards, I'm sure LT can do the same thing.
Very good. One last thing, and then I'll let you go. I know that you're swamped tonight. Again, we appreciate you taking this time. Who's the toughest guy you had to guard in the NFL throughout your career?
Hands down, Marvin Harrison, man. Marvin Harrison is a great receiver. He was fast, he was quick, and if you didn't know, his quarterback was Peyton Manning, so the ball was going to be on point every time. You know, and I like to tell people every time I played against them, I knew I was going to earn my check that day because they're going to make you work. Those two were on the same page all the time. You know, every time he walked back to the huddle, they looked at each other like they had something sneaky. Even if you covered them good, you were confused, like what they talking about. It was a headache, but it was fun. So you had to go out there and earn it. You had to go out there and work, and by far he's the best. You know, everyone wants to say that the TOs and Randy Moss, yeah, they're good. You know, they're one-dimensional. They do a lot of just vertical stuff, and you can do things to take them away. Marvin Harrison, he does a lot of everything, so hands down, Marvin Harrison.
Awesome. Andre, again, we really appreciate this. This interview's been with Andre Dyson, superb fantasy football player, former NFL player, guy who's just trying to make a paycheck just like the rest of us, just guarding some of the best guys in the game. Andre, again, appreciate you getting on the call.
All right, thanks for having me.
You're listening to the Fantasy Sports Agent channel. For more information on how you can make money playing fantasy sports, just visit www.fsagent.com.